Is this thing on? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. Once again, live on Twitch. It's Wednesday night. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful day, night, evening, or whatever it is in your neck of the woods or in your part of the world. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Thank you again for giving me your time. And once again, this is a continuation of Bose 831 Gaming's Twitch live stream series in Farming Simulator 22 Platinum Edition. And we're on the SILVERRUN Forest map. And like I said, welcome, 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 welcome to the stream. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. And without much further ado, we're just gonna jump right into it. On last week's episode, we were doing a little bit more forestry. We were working on doing some more landscape and cleanup of spare logs, getting rid of stumps and such. And we're still kind of continuing that process. We actually showed you the realistic way of how I normally would do logging in Farming Simulator 19 and a little in Farming Simulator 22, and how we would go about acquiring wood chips. And then I showed you the unrealistic way of doing it, and that's what we have here with this configuration with the tree devourer, which also has a dual function as a stump grinder. And right now we have it set up with the unrealistic configuration where we can just kind of go grind up our trees and stumps, and it'll kick the just had a brain freeze. Kick the I can't even think of what it's called. Lowly. Alright, I really just went completely blank. I'm sorry, guys. The wood chips, I'm sorry. We kick the wood chips into the trailer, and we can kind of take it from there. And we still had that configuration here because we kind of wanted to kind of go through this process a little bit faster than the normal way of doing it, but I just wanted to show you the proper way of doing it if you were doing a realistic play versus the fast way of doing it. And we're kind of doing a combination of both. And just to show you this again, how this operates, we'll go ahead and turn on the wood chipper, and you can literally just drive right into a tree. Kind of do that little grindy sound effect, and then boom, and it'll take out the tree and the stump and spit the wood chips into whatever trailer you have attached to the configuration. Here it is again. We'll watch that process one more time. And depending on the type of tree, you know, kind of varies on how much wood or wood chips you get from it. But this is generally how this process works. And we'll go through and do a few more, but that's not the focus of what we're trying to do here. So I'm not going to do everything that's in this area, but we'll just do a few to show you some examples of how it all works. Like we could drive over the stump here, and if we get the stump too, I might have to, yeah, I got it. I'm just going to go through a few of the smaller trees here, and so you can get a good idea of how it looks and how the whole process works. As you can see here, now just going through a few small trees, we're already up to 3,000 liters of wood chips. But of course, wood chips is not going to make a lot of, that's not a way to make a lot of fast money, even the way we're doing here with this fast, what I like to call the fast land clearing process. Wood chips, just even when you have a method that has good payouts on wood chips, you're still not going to make a lot of fast money off of wood chips at all. You don't really do wood chips per se for massive profits. It's mostly just for purposes of clearing your land. Larger trees, I just want to come back to those because I could probably get those with the harvester more so than this configuration here. This is just like dealing with all these small trees. Just going to clean this area up a little bit, and then we'll come back and make an assessment later. Because I still don't think this map, we did kind of look at it in one of the previous episodes to see if once we cleared the trees, this map would allow me to put down new trees, and it would not. After I've cleared some of this stuff out, I want to see if that changes. I don't think it will, but one can always hope. Just go through and chop up the small trees until we got another trailer load of trees, or at least, excuse me, of wood chips, and then we'll sell that and get back to business as usual. Like I said, we're just going to kind of chew up some small trees here and do a little fast logging. And then we'll go sell our wood chips. We did do a couple of wood chip sales on last week's episode. This one's a resistant one, resilient one here, huh? Sometimes you have to play with it a little bit to get the stump to grind down or disappear. Okay, and that was us. What I was trying not to do is to get that whole entire tree that was on the ground. Because it's more valuable to me cut than it is as as wood chips. Still just going through and chopping down, cutting up grinding up the smaller trees, what have you. And I do it till either I get tired of it, or we have enough to fill the trailer up that we have the capacity, and we'll go sell it all and make a couple of dollars. Not going to make big money like I said, because wood chips are not the most profitable activity you can do when it relates to logging. The most profitable activity is still going to be actually selling timber, or selling the logs themselves, and not selling wood chips, the sawmill or anything of that nature. Every once in a while in this game you get challenged with some weird tree physics stuff like you got going here. Like you got this tree sitting on the ground here that's sinking into the ground. It's there but not really there, but it's definitely there. As you can actually see the branches from the tree, but I can't really do anything with it. It's definitely there because you can see the branches being graphically represented. But you can't get rid of the entire tree. Alright, so this is what we're doing right now. Just going through and seeing what kind of work we can put in with these smaller trees. And taking it from there. Some of this stuff is easy, and other parts not so much. Ah, there's a new stump. Let's see, knock that one out. Trailer's just about filled to capacity. Let's yeah, the trailer's at 97%. Because we got the wood chipper, we released the version of wood chipper that has its own capacity as well. And that's why it's showing 28% when we have the tree devourer attached. I know that's a little confusing, but I should have released the version of it that doesn't have any storage. Let me clear cut what's happening here. Alright. Now if we attach the trailers at 98%. Come back on the wood chipper. Okay, I'm back, guys. But we have a dilemma because my batteries on my controller died, and let's see. And now we're kind of stuck on this tree. Let's see if I can get from around here. Alright, got it. Alright, so we turn off the wood chipper and let's go see if we can sell another load of wood chips. We're at 100% now. And let's see what spot is giving us the best price. So we go to the prices menu. And we're looking for wood chips. And let's see. Rural farm is no, hotel is $4.55. So we're gonna highlight that. Alright, and you see that green light in the sky, that's where we're headed. We're gonna go sell our wood chips. Turn the beacon on. Yeah, we got the beacon on. Alright. Then we're headed to the hotel to sell our wood chips. Wow, a hotel will need wood chips. The world will never know, but alright, so we're gonna sell our load of wood chips. That's cool. $9,563. Like I say, you won't get rich selling wood chips. Pardon me guys today if my energy level sounds a little down. Real life is hitting me a little bit in the gut today. Got a little home ownership situation, plumbing situation at the house, and been dealing with that prior to going live. It's not something I'm going to be able to resolve myself, so I got to call out a plumber to come take a look at things, but I'm not paying emergency fees, so going to be dealing with a bucket under the sink for a little bit until we can get the plumber out on site to take a look at the situation and see what's going on. Alright, now where did I put the, okay. Alright, so we can get back attached, and I think we did have something, yeah, we still had 1,000 liters in storage in the wood chipper, so we can turn it back on and continue where we left off. Yeah, man. You see it's getting late in the evening here. Before it gets too dark, we're also going to take a load of logs over to the sawmill. Another thing that I was running into, and I don't know if the experience is unique with me or not, or is it an Xbox situation, or what is going on, because I haven't had any interaction with the mod maker or the community on it, but the liftable pallets pack by Joss or Jos is supposed to be updated for working with the Platinum expansion, and there was an update to it to add some of the Platinum, I guess some additional Platinum expansion pallet types to the pallets that you can buy from the shop recently. And I've tested that off live, where you can where you can see those pallets, and it does work when you buy them from the shop. And the pallets that I buy shop menu are liftable, but for whatever reason, those two pallet types that I still have issues with that are not liftable when they're generated from the sawmill are the wood beam pallets and what was it? The wood beam and the let's go check it out. It was the wood beam and what was the other one? I think it was a wood beam and a long plank. And also for certain pallet types, the graphic changes when you have the mod installed, but the wood beam graphic does not change. So I don't know if that's an issue I'm experiencing individually, if it's an issue with this mod on Xbox only, or what's going on there. But the liftable pallets pack does not work for all of the Platinum expansion pallets for me. In fact, there's two, like I said, there's those two pallet types that are included, and everything else does work. It's just those, for whatever reason, those two pallet types do not. Everything else works as indicated in the mod documentation. And again, I don't know if that's an issue that's unique to console, unique to Xbox, unique to me, or what at this point in time. Now we're just going to go through and cut up this underbrush here and just clear this whole area up as much as we can. like I say, we're gonna try to get as much of this land cleared as we can. Make it look nice and neat and good. And good. Very good. Might even find some logs along the way. I'm still theorizing yet. I don't know if we get rid of enough of the trees off the map, if the map will allow us to plant trees at some point. I don't think it will, but I'm still kind of testing that one. Alright, got enough of the small trees here. Oh no, there's still plenty. There's still lots to go around, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, and we've just about got another trailer load here done up. And since we have the additional capacity in the implement, I'm gonna take it a little further than the trailer's max capacity. Just keep going here a little bit. And we're going to make this another logging forestry focus episode. Then again, most of these are forestry focus episodes because we are working on a forestry based map. That's not anything too unusual. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to focus our efforts on getting this whole area near our starting property cleared up. Let's see, here's another example of a tree that just doesn't want to play ball. And I like to think I got all of it, but sometimes you never know, because sometimes parts of trees will sink into the ground. And since we're playing on console with certain issues, I don't have a means to rectify that situation like a PC player might. Alright, there's a small tree there and there. I don't want to touch those right now for fear of accidentally Uh, just picking up that logs, those nearby logs. So I need to move those nearby logs first before I try to move those trees. And again, I mostly want to just use this tool for the smaller trees. For the larger trees, I want to actually try to get those logs and take those logs to the sawmill. Because again, the logs, well, potentially always offer a better payout than wood chips any day. I just want to, again, try to go through as many of the little small trees as much as we can, and leave the larger ones for coming back through the harvester. We're getting a lot done there. We're actually making a lot of progress. And again, this is not the realistic way of doing it, but it's not like, I know you have the farming simulator purists and the realism purists that would have a fit seeing what I'm doing here and tell me I'm not playing it right or this, that, and the other. But play the game how you feel that works for you, that is the most fun for you. I've shown you the semi-realistic way of doing it, and then also the unrealistic way of doing it. At the end of the day, it is a game. Have fun doing it the way you want to do it. And that's part of, that's my my slogan. If you're not having fun doing what you do, then what are you doing? As always, have fun, play the game you like. There's no right per se or wrong way to farming simulator. And Giants has left a moddable game with lots of playability options. Play the way that works best for you and that you're comfortable with and that you have fun doing, that makes you happy. Alright, so that's all we want to hit for the moment, because I think the rest of these trees, there's one there. But the rest of these trees, I want to come back and see if I can hit them with the harvester. In fact, let's go do a couple of things real quick here before we move on here. Let's get that disconnected, and I want to go to my telehandler, and we're going to go move some logs around a little bit so I can kind of make sure we have clear space for grinding a couple of these trees that I can't really get to right now because they're too close to small trees. So let's kind of move some of this stuff around so we can come back and finish up some of this work we got here. Let's see. Oops. Let's see. We still got a ton of logs around this area we can take to the sawmill and mess around with and see if we can make some additional profits off of. All right, let's see here. Where I'm gonna go next. Actually, let's check out a couple of things here. I'm gonna hop over to the harvester real quick. And let's check out a couple of things. All right, let's turn that bad boy on. Let's see if we can work with some of these trees we still have left over here in this area now that we cleared some of the smaller trees out. All right. Back up. So tilt hard. Oops. No, I don't want to. Oops. Ah, hate it when I do that. Alright. Tilt harvest ahead. Turn on tree harvester. Actually, let me see. Let's change the cut length here on these to 12 meters. Just theorizing here, testing, if you will. Why doesn't it want to get around the tree? What am I missing? Let's see. There we go. Now go down. And those are 12-meter pieces, and we still have a stump here. Alright, I can work with that. Alright, let's see if we can repeat the previous success. Alright, we got her locked and loaded. No. Nope. There we go. Lower. See, left too much of a stump there. Could have got that one tighter. But we'll work with it. That looks good. That looks good. Alright, on to the next tree. Let's zoom in. Back off, back off. Okay, I guess that's too low, huh? Alright, there's a tight cut. Alright, now this one is a thick one, so this one might be tricky. Let's see. Alright, we got it on there. That's half the battle. I don't know if it'll actually cut this one. Oh, it will. Surprise us. Okay. That was not a successful cut. Well, it was, but this was not the intended outcome of said cut. Are you serious? Sometimes the game mechanics can be really great. I don't want to well, alright, yeah, I'm done. Alright, let's reset the vehicle. That's not frustrating at all. That would be a great opportunity to do some repairs on it because the maintenance on the harvester is getting pretty low as well. So we'll drive over here and repair. That'll set us back 23 grand. Yeah. Could also repaint, but I don't care how it looks as long as it works. And thankfully, we are not that far from our logging location, so we can just drive back over to where we were before that magical tipping incident. Turn the harvester back on. Change the cut length back to 12. Let's see. Get it as low as we can. Alright, cut away. Alright, that's your next candidate. Signed, sealed, delivered. Still grinding away at these trees. Let's knock a few more pieces out. This is what we do. Now, sometimes when I'm operating the harvester, I'm Johnny on the spot on the controls, but then other time my brain stops working like how it normally functions, and I forget how the controls operate. So sometimes I can be really good. Okay, this tree's too thick. See, the red ring is an indicator that that one will not, the harvester is not happy with, and it can't do anything with that one. That's too thick. Or it also can indicate the proper tree type, because the harvester will only harvest certain tree types. Here we are again, red ring of death. So those I probably will come back and, just in the interest of time, come back and grind these two up with the tree devourer, just knowing what they are. Alright, we know what those two minis are there. Let's see, what about this group of trees here? Okay, this is a deadwood, so this should fit nicely. Add you to my collection, my pretty. And my collection is now 12-meter trees instead of 8-meter trees. So there we go. Now the other thing I was thinking about doing, I did kind of talk about this on my last episode, as I was kind of still been bouncing around other ideas I want to do on a Twitch gamer series. One of the other games I play that I hadn't played in a while that I really love, and me being a Microsoft Xbox gamer, have been playing for a long time, and a series I really love is the State of Decay series. The game had recently had a major update. It's update 33. And it added some really significant changes to the game, more so than have been done in a very long time, and basically changes the scope and concept of how just about how the whole game plays entirely, and has made the game much more realistic in my humble opinion, and a ton more difficult. Um, but I was thinking about doing a series on that as well, along with the Farming Simulator series. Keep that going, and maybe add a second series on that game, and get both of those going and tracking, and kind of see how it goes from there. And if either one of those series gain traction, but just another idea I'm floating around in my head, seeing how I want to do it and how I want to get started. Because however my series work, I'm committed to doing 2-hour episodes each time, but I just got to figure out what days I want to commit to, because that's the issue sometimes is um, the days and times that I'm going to be available during the week after work, because I do have a day job. I'm not a professional gamer yet, so I still got to pay the bills until the gaming thing picks up and kicks off, or whatever that case may be. But until that does, got to do the day job first, and then come, I have real life duties that I have to do, or different things going on outside of doing the games. So I just have to figure out something that fits, and fits in my schedule outside of work, and that won't have me being committed to something that I'm not able to hold the schedule because of what's going on in my real life, my regular day-to-day life, I should say. Because gaming life is still real life. It's just not part of my regular day-to-day. Well, can't say that either. That's not entirely correct. But doing gaming live streams is not. So I guess this is the best way to frame it. But again, as I've indicated when I first started doing this series, if things start to pick up and we start to get more followings and my channel starts to grow, things will change, and we'll shift priorities accordingly. But as it stands right now, this channel is still more of a hobby than a lifestyle. But if as the channel starts to grow, that could change. Alright, but that's the other idea I'm looking at. But maybe if I do State of Decay one, just to not mess up too many of my weekdays or weekends, or however I do it, I maybe only do one episode a week on that one. I may roll that one out at a little slower pace. Even though technically with the Farming Simulator one, this is really slow. It's only 2 days a week. But it's 2-hour episodes for those 2 days. Which it may not seem like it all the time, but that's actually a pretty significant block of time. And we get a ton of stuff done a lot of times on these episodes. I've struggled on some Saturday night episodes because sleep. But we still get a lot done, including sleeping during the live sometimes. But hey, it's all about having fun, right? Chop, chop. We got a new collection of stumps that we're gonna need to mess with. This is me tree harvesting. And I like this view right here. I'm gonna get my harvester lined up, make sure we're ready to cut. And we're gonna go over to, oh, it's the wrong menu. Go over to our menu, hide a help window, get the nice little frame shot here. Let me zoom my camera in, rotate, let's see. And I like this shot right here. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can screenshot that one. Boom. And then we're gonna hop back over to our menu, turn the help window back on, so we can kind of see what we're doing, because I don't know all those controls by heart like that. Alright. And here's another crazy tree, but hopefully this time it won't flip the harvester on me. Alright, well, we got her done. Cool beans. Alright, so I think that tree was a red tree, right? I think this one gave me the red highlight. Look at it again. I think it did. Okay. Yeah, that's red band special. So okay, so that's red band. Alright, so what else we got here? Actually rolling along pretty well here. I like what I see. I like what I see. I like what we got going here. Alright, now these trees are very close to the drink. So I don't know. Let's see if we can get them. Alright. Got it aligned. Just gotta drop down. Get as low as we can get. Chop it up. And then point it in the proper direction where we don't kill myself. Alright, and that's how it's done, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. And all the fellows, individuals in between. That's how you do it. Alright, now this is a small tree. See if I can get my camera in here where I can get a good view. Alright, chop it up. And that one still tried to come back at me. Okay, I can see there's some small trees there. I can definitely come back over here and devour, get hit with the tree devourer as well. Alright, that's another nice piece there. I don't think those two are worth work of using the harvester on. And here's the one tree I left over here all by its lonesome that I totally missed doing my first run. I think this one was the one that was too big, right? Yeah, that's red. That highlights red. So that one needs to be gathered by another means. This deadwood should be one that we can hit. There it is. Alright. We just need to bring it out to an area where we don't send it into the pond. Alright, and then up and round. Alright, cut. And we're still serving up 12-meter pieces. Alright, but we still got some work over in this area that we can do. Alright, bring it back out. Oh. Nope, not good. Alright. Houston, we have a problem. We're a little bit stuck here. We gotta cut our way out. Alright. Let's get low. Go forward. Cut. Try not to drive the harvester into the river. I mean, sometimes I kind of know what I'm doing. At least that's the story, and I'm sticking with it. Alright. And I'm still in the area that's on my property, so I can still chop up some of these trees here. And I'm not outside the boundaries here of my own property. So I can still do some work over here, which I did not realize. I thought I had reached the property limits and therefore had harvested all of the wood that was available to me. But such is not the case. And the stories of me operating the harvester correctly and being pretty decent on the controls are not greatly exaggerated. Those are facts. This is Farming Simulator, however. And you will encounter bugs or bug behavior. Case in point. Alright, we're stuck on the rocks. I don't know if we can crab walk this one back on 2 feet, but we're gonna play with it a little bit and see what we can do before we reset to the shop. And that's half the fun, right? Alright. Yipes. There we go. Such fun, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Bugs are the future. Alright. Before I was so rudely interrupted by the tree doing some zany stuff and flipping me over, we were bragging about my logging skills, and then of course the universe said the Farming Simulator universe said nope, and brought me back to reality quickly. Alright, because Farming Simulator 22 physics said nope. Alright. cut that one, back it out, spit it. And notice how that one tried to turn back into the harvester. But I am no amateur operator here. Alright, lower. Cut. Alright, so we're starting to run out of daylight hours here, so I'm going to have to wrap this one up very quickly here and very soon. Get the last few trees that we can posse up and then do a sawmill run and move on to a new day with more daylight hours. And there we go. Right on cue. Okay. And there's those crazy physics again, boys and girls. All right. Well, we're going up the hill. We got a whole new area to log here that I didn't even know we had available to us. Let's hop over to the tree devourer real quick. Light some things up. Turn that bad boy on. And we'll do some fine tuning. Any trees that still stand can't be handled by the harvester, so we'll go ahead and do those by other means. And as you see, this one left a tiny little piece there that we can't seem to get to. And let me see if I can hop out and pick that piece up. Since I don't own the coastal property, I don't have access to that land, so I can only do so much grinding in that area. Says I don't have access to the land for that one, and it won't let me grind that one out. I may not be able to move that tree in particular. Alright, here's another big boy. Lift it up. And grind up what we can. Apparently there's stumps there that I can't see. Alright, don't have access to that area. But we do have access to that area. Some weird property rules on the riverbank. And we're just going all the way in now, clearing up some stumps and small trees and even large trees on this part of the property. Yep, there's a stump there. Let's see it. just somewhat getting close to the capacity of the tree devourer as well. We're going to be mindful here of the horsepower rating of a tractor because it won't be able to pull so much weight while we have these implements attached. We got to make sure that we're not exceeding the operating capacity of the equipment. Alright, let's see if I can turn around here. I didn't know that I still had area that we could log before we exceeded the property boundaries. Wrong property. Alright, so now we're just about reached capacity on both the storage of the tree devourer and the attached trailer. Another 2% and we'll be done. A couple of more small trees and we should be right there at our number. Engine off. Okay. Next stop here is we're really getting dark now, so we're gonna have to call it a night. Let's go ahead and move on to the next day. We'll do a sawmill run and then pick up activities on the next business day. Alright, the next stop is the old sawmill. We're gonna drop these logs off for processing. Then we'll check on our production chains, and it may be time to go ahead and do some pallet sales, but we'll reassess that momentarily. Alright, so next stop is we're gonna hop over to the farmhouse. And sleep until the next day. And jump back over to the sawmill. And we're still processing the logs that we have. Alrighty, so we're headed back to our property location. We're ready to get another load of logs onto the trailer. Alright, back to the telehandler. We need to grab some logs, get them loaded up on the log trailer. So we're going to move over to that area where I have the trailer parked at first. Alright, we're getting close to the end of tonight's episode. And before we wrap it up tonight, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We're coming up on the final 15 minutes for tonight. This has been a very productive logging episode. We've got to see me do some different things here that I haven't been doing before when it comes to logging, and it's actually pretty cool. Alright, there's a little small piece there. Let's see. I still don't think I could pick that up. Nope, that's still too heavy. But we're still going to need to implement on that piece. There's actually two pieces, aren't there? Alright, let's see if we can get this one. Alright, this piece we can lift. And boom. And then I thought I saw another one. Yeah, there's another one. Boom. Yeah, I'm curious to see, well, since we're not selling them for profit, this is all going to be wood that goes into our production chains. But since these are much longer pieces than we're used to doing, I'm curious to see how long they will last before they go away. And I'm clearly also going, if we're going to do 12 meter setup configuration, I'm going to have to lease a different trailer configuration. course, stacking up these 8-meter logs versus the 12-meter logs. And actually, I'm doing this wrong. I shouldn't have to drive that far to load to log trailer. Once these clamps are down, the log shouldn't be dancing around like that either. So that's definitely not cool. With these 12-meter bits here, processing should take more time. Alright, so let's see if we can grab these two. And I think we're about ready to make another sawmill trip. Watching these logs dance around when they're in between the forks is a little grating, but we'll make it work. I think from this point going forward, we'll use the tree devourer method to deal with the small trees and the stumps, where that way we at least get a few wood chips off of the stumps that we clear. Right now our focus is on making as much gold cash as we can, and then we're going to parlay that cash into our farming setup. I actually did do, like I said I was going to do between episodes, and actually did do some testing on doing a farm setup, and I kind of have some ideas on where I want to go with a few things, but I still need a lot more money before we can just dive right in. But I do have some ideas on what I want to do now, and we won't have time to get to that tonight, but I will kind of throw some ideas out there on what I've thought about doing on the next episode, hopefully. Alright, let's see, we got about, I think I don't know if we can throw all three of these pieces on here, but we'll try to see if we can get at least two of them. Okay, that one missed. Fun times. Alright, we need to lift that one up and over. Yep, I keep running into that stump there. Alright, we're coming up on the end of tonight's episode. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Like I always say, if you're not having fun doing what you do, then what are you doing? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't. Let me know if there's some things you want to see. I'm Bose831 Gaming on all these social media platforms. It's Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. These episodes will be uploaded to my YouTube channel in their entirety. And same instructions still apply. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And that will do. All right, 1 minute to go. And when we tune back in next week, we'll do a trip to the sawmill, unload the logs, go sell the loads we have in the tree devourer. We'll chop up these trees that the harvester could not process, and we'll take it from there. We also take a look at our production chain pallet situation, see what we have going on there, and we should be good to go otherwise. But again, thanks to everyone for tuning in. Thank you for watching tonight, and we'll catch you on the flip side. This is Bose831 Gaming, live on Twitch, and I'm out.